Hello everyone, this is Mr. Wizz, and today we're gonna have a look at something a little bit different from usually. Today I'm going to try to show you how to build a car park building. So basically I'm just gonna walk you through the process that I went through to actually build this whole place, and I'm also going to take a lot of time to focus a little bit on the details and what makes this build a little bit special and different from what you can see all around the internet with these sort of builds. So let's get started and I'll show you all of that. Alright, so one of the first thing that you want to do is just to lay out a little bit the front of what you're trying to build, because it's just very important to plan the place where your entrance is going to be, and just to make it look like the entrance actually is part of the building. So next you just want to create the layout, the full frame of the building, and the technique that I'm going to use, that I'm going to build the whole first floor and I'm gonna stack it using Word Edit. And as you will see, I'm also using Word Edit for inside the building, just to keep the repetitive task very fast. And one of the things that I always suggest to do is to change stuff. When you're not happy with the look of something, just change it. As you can see, I'm just moving everything here and I'm just copy pasting things all around, and it could just end up destroying the whole look of the thing. But I think that trying different things is something that can really help with the overall look of your building. If you find something that looks better to you, it's all a question, it's all a matter of opinions. So as you can see, that's what the interior looks like right now. Pretty simple, pretty bare. It's, I don't know, I don't like it that much, but it's okay. It looks alright in terms of proportions, so that's really one thing that you want to pay attention to, because really proportion are what's going to determine if your building looks good or not overall. I mean, even if there's a lot of details, if the proportions are wrong, it's just not gonna look right. So yeah, once you've just finished with the proportion, you can try to start planning a little bit where all the details are going to go and how you're going to add them into the building. Alright, so as you can see, I've added another layer for the first floor, just to be able to add some beams that are going through the building. And I just want to add these to make it look a little bit more industrial, and to also be able to add more details such as lights and also vents and all sorts of tubings and wires. So it'll just make great details and it'll look a whole lot better. To be able to see the effect of the lighting a little bit better, I've also set the time to night, so you can just see where the dark spots are and where you have to add a little bit more light, just to make it look a little bit more uniform and to make it look slightly better overall. Now that the interior is pretty much completed, we'll have to take a look at the top of the building, just to add a few details that'll just make it a little bit more realistic, and of course that would just not look good if they weren't there. So I'm just making the end of the ramps that goes up to the top of the building, and it was a little bit tricky. I ended up changing it quite a little bit, as you'll see in the next few minutes, but that's exactly what you have to do. I think, like, to get good result, you have to just change everything constantly until you find the right thing, that what looks the best to you. So one of the critical details that I forgot when I first built this thing was a staircase. I mean, come on, if you go up with a car or whatnot, you just have to be able to get down your feet, otherwise it's a little bit weird. So as you can see, I'm just digging down a hole and I'm trying to make some sort of staircase that will look pretty straightforward, and then I'll use Word Edit to stack it on all the other floors. Okay, so now that this part is done, let's just head outside and just try to add the few details that'll make this building look a little bit more alive, and we'll also add the finishing touch. So this part is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just adding barriers for the entrance and the exit of the parking lots, and as you can see, I'm also trying a few different variants just to make sure that the one I was going to use is the one that looks best. I'm also changing the design of the top of the ramp on the building just to make it look a little bit less boxy, as it just wasn't looking right. The changes I'm making on the front of the building are quite simple, but they're really essential to integrate the building with its surroundings. At this point of the build, I've just decided to add a few vines just to test how it would look like, and I just didn't know if it was going to look good or not, but I ended up liking it quite a lot, and I don't know, I just thought it was quite satisfying, so I kept them and also made 2 of the walls solid instead of just leaving the holes. As a finishing touch, adding a little bit of texture on the stone just made everything that was looking too flat look a lot more interesting. That's it for today. I'm quite happy with the end result. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you're new, please consider subscribing. It helps me a lot. I know I don't make a whole lot of videos, but really when I do, I try to make very high quality videos that you guys will enjoy watching. You've seen a glimpse of the background of the city that I'm trying to build, and if you're interested, just make sure to check it out. I'll make a video to showcase the city and a few cinematics just for you to enjoy. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you next time.